Hello, my messies. It's me, Rose Messy, back with another messy video. Thank you for tuning in. If you like my content, please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment down below, ring that notification bell so you know every time I drop a messy video. So today we're going to do an update on the case with Taraji P. Henson and the Chicago mom, Alicia Newby. Back in 2019, Alicia Newby stole Taraji P. Henson's identity. So I'm going to refresh you on the case and then I'll let you know why she's back in the news, okay? So, Page 6 reported that the Empire actress Taraji P. Henson's email account was hacked by a Chicago mother who allegedly stole the star's identity, according to the report. Alicia Newby, at that time, was 29, cried during a court hearing on felony charges of continuing a financial crime enterprise after she allegedly racked up in excess of $12,000 in fraudulent charges, according to the report. She had more than $4,000 that was canceled after Henson's manager noticed the bogus transactions in August, the Chicago Tribune reported, okay? Prosecutors did not identify Newby's alleged targets, but police and court records cited by the newspaper list the Emmy-nominated actress Taraji P. Henson was one of her victims. Now, it said that it's unclear how Newby and Henson were connected, but investigators are now probing whether Newby victimized any other cast members from the hit Fox show at that time. So they are alluding that maybe Alicia may have known her. She could have been a housekeeper. She could have, did errands or delivered packages. Some type of way they're trying to figure out how Alicia Newby was connected to Taraji in order for her to get that close to her to be able to hack into her emails and, get her financial information. As part of her scheme, Newby, who suffers from bipolar disorder and at that time was pregnant with her 7th child, according to her court-appointed attorney, successfully targeted Henson's email account, prosecutors said. Once this was done, the defendant then raided the account for a variety of information. Assistant State's Attorney James Castillo told the judge, citing phone numbers, addresses, and financial account data Newby was then able to use during shopping sprees. Okay, so she got her personal information, got into her email, got her credit card information, and things of that nature. Addresses, telephone numbers. Prosecutor says reps from Henson's contacted Chicago Police Department after her manager spotted unauthorized charges in her name and realized that the items were being sent to a South Side address with no connection to the actress. So when Taraji seen the Chicago South Side address, she was like, I don't know those people that live there. It's not any family members or anything. Now, Newby is also accused of defrauding J.P. Morgan Chase, American Express, PayPal, and several other companies in the scheme. She was arrested at her apartment in the city's Galewood section, and investigators recovered some of the fraudulently gained merchandise she acquired during the alleged scam. Castillo said Newby had utility bills in her name, mailed to both the Southside address, and managed to obtain a lease at one of the residents by using a second victim's identity. So there was more than one victim. They're just not mentioned here. A postal worker refused to deliver packages at one of the addresses in September, thinking it was part of an identity theft scam. According to prosecutors, but Newby later got her hands on the ill-gotten merchandise after causing havoc at the post office, Castillo said. So she cut up at the post office about her packages. She had the identity of the person, the second victim, and she wanted her merchandise, so she had proof of who, she was pretending to be. So she cut up and got her merchandise. I know she cut up at that post office, y'all. Newby was released on a $10,000 signature bill and was ordered to submit to electronic monitoring. That means they put an ankle monitor on her. She was also barred from contacting victims or witnesses in the case. So that means that she must have been reaching out, allegedly, as well as from using the internet as her case proceeds. So she was not allowed to use the internet because that's what she did her scams and her schemes at. Wow. This is crazy. This is crazy. So they're trying to figure out how she could have gotten her hands on Taraji's personal information. And it could have been she was a housekeeper, door person, delivery, anything. And this was a ring that she had going on. So she just didn't take Taraji's identity. She took several other people's identity too. Now, the postal worker was real smart because I'm sure they see these types of schemes all the time where you make a dummy address and then you have the merchandise sent there and then the person picks it up. And postal workers are used to that. They know a scheme when they see it. So they held the stuff at the post office until Miss Newby went down there and showed off with whoever she said that she really, really was. And they had to give it to her by law. So when she was arrested, they did retrieve some of the stolen items that was used in with Taraji's identification, and then other people's. It's not telling how many thousands of dollars of merchandise Miss Newby had. Now, my issue is how easy it was for her to gain Taraji's information. Not just because she's a celebrity. Any tax-paying citizen should be protected from cyber threats such as breaches and things like that. If you have noticed, and I myself have been paid from a major credit reporting company, a claim fee for a breach that happened. Yes, I have myself. It is so easy to happen. These cyber people attack these consumers that get your name, address, credit card information, social security, date of birth, your addresses, other people that's associated with you. And then they go on these sprees and they buy vehicles, they get in homes, they leasing cars, they're leasing apartments. And that's what was going on with this young lady. So Taraji was not her first victim, I am sure. Taraji was just her first big fish. And she just happened to be a star, you know. But she had, as you see, she had other people's identity as well. Now, this young lady, it's been 5 years. She's off probation now. I think she had to pay a restitution and pay those people back. As you notice in the record, it said that JP Morgan Chase, American Express, PayPal, and other entities also had to sue her to get the money recovered. Because if not, Taraji would have had to ape those charges and she wouldn't have been reimbursed, or either she would have had to pay that money back herself. So JP Morgan Chase, American Express, PayPal, they also filed charges against Alicia so they could recover some restitution, because I'm sure it wasn't just Taraji that used those types of cards and those types of accounts. I'm sure it was other people as well. So, oh my God, I hope she's learned her lesson. She was pregnant with her 7th child. Now, I know times are hard out here. I know she maybe felt up against a wall and she didn't have no other way to, you know, support herself or feed her kids or whatever. But I hope that she learned her lesson from this and that she knows that, you know, a life of crime doesn't pay. They have free training programs out here. They have things that can assist you to learn a skill, to be able to provide for your family. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it takes a 2-parent home sometimes. It takes 2-3 jobs sometimes to take care of your family. I totally get it. I totally understand. But a life of crime is not good. You have children looking up to you, and you don't want to send those types of behaviors to your children. Let them think that a life of crime like that pays, because it doesn't. It either leads to 2 places, jail or hell, and that's it. So at that time she was pregnant, the child should be about, 4.5, 5 years old now. I hope that she's turned her life around. I hope that she's mentoring other young women and other women that was in similar situations that, hey, I was doing a life of crime, but now, you know, I've turned a new leaf and I was so wrong for what I did to all the victims. I think she got off lightly. Drop down in the comment and let me know, do you think that she got off with a light sentence? And I think it was because Taraji saw how, oh my God, you know, how could she do this? She's a mom of 7. I'm not going to take away from her children. I'm sure Taraji, with the person that I believe that she is, she probably had a soft spot for her and didn't, you know, want to send her to jail take away from the kids and cause any more problems in her family. So she should be happy. She is blessed that the victim did not go above and beyond to make sure she got the maximum that she could have gotten. Okay, so this is just an update on the case. I hope that she's turned her life around. I pray that her and her children are doing well. And for the victims that lost, I hope that they were able to recover through restitution, some of their money back. And I hope that they're able to maybe find some like a monitoring companies that monitor your credit to make sure they keep you safe, your identity safe, as all of us should. Some things happen that's beyond our control, but we have to be proactive to try to protect ourselves. We can't click on everything. We can't answer every phone call. It's just so many different types of scams. Try to protect yourself, guys, the best that you can. Google, keep yourself informed, keep up with these types of things so you can know how to protect yourself against cyber threats and people stealing your identity. Again, that's all I have for you guys today. I really, really appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you. Again, drop down and leave your comment below on what you think about her sentence. And do you think Taraji was lenient with her because of her situation? And ring that notification bell so you know every time I drop a messy video. Until the next time, my messies, smooches.